Hi, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Of course, as usual, with me here is my gorgeous co-host, especially Amy. As you can see, I have a different background today. I'm actually at the airport, so maybe tomorrow during the members live, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I had to make a really fast day trip to KL. So I'm actually just sitting in the airport and I'll be headed off. So I apologize if the internet's not so great on my side and you hear some music, there's a basket in the back and you see people walking by. I really apologize, but this is the only way.
No worries.
Yes,
Oh, and
yes, yes.
also, wanted to mention since I noticed it earlier too, like if Kat's connection comes in and out, like if it's really bad, I think she'll switch over to her mobile, but we'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. I tested it just now. It seems to be okay, but yeah, I do notice that maybe after like 45 minutes, it might drop off. So if I do drop off, don't worry, I'll be popping back in. I do have my mobile on the ready just in case I need to plug in using my data. But otherwise, today we are going to talk about, oh, actually, not really talk about anything. We are going to steal things.
Well, hypothetical, not
I
really
put,
steal anybody's things really, but we would love to borrow. I'd love to borrow.
if you let us in the house, we might not get back. We're just kidding. Yeah, hypothetically, I think there was a tag several years ago. I believe it was created by Caitlin. Caitlin, I think it's her. Yeah, it was several years ago. It was really fun. So we thought we'll do it again, kind of revive it. And it's basically we're gonna come for our luxury YouTubers item. So let me just put up some screens. It's just a fun little one. So we would love to hear what you would take as well. If you know their collection, like what would be your pick?
I didn't remember it was if it was a tag, but I know I got this question on my Q&A
Right.
recently.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I do get some of that as well. So as you can see, we've got a. These are just some of the YouTubers. I think we picked 10 YouTubers to explore their collection and see what's what's going to be ours. Okay, so as usual, let's do a quick calendar check-in. So today is the public live. Tomorrow we do have a members live. We're going to talk about some stuff that we will not buy again. So we have picked some things. Will be on Amy's channel. So join us. You can be a member both on her channels and yeah, support the luxury live show. And very quickly, next week is going to be very exciting as well. On Amy's channel, we have, I think some of you guessed it last week. Yeah, Saki is
Yeah.
joining us.
Yes, we're so excited to have her. And she also just got her new her new SO. I mean, that's gonna be so fun to talk about. And she's also her collection is so unique because it's all pink. So yeah, we're so excited to have her and it'll be really, really fun, I think. At a different timing as well, just because she's her timing is not so bad, but it's our usual time, but 1 hour forward. So just follow us and make sure you check our IG stories. But yeah, she's coming on next week. We're looking forward to it.
Yep, it's gonna be really fun. Okay, as usual, so if you're new to this luxury live show, we will pull your comments or your questions to the front of the screen. But to help us, because it can get quite excited, like the chat might be a lot of chit chat among each other, which we love. But if you have anything for us to see, just put a bunch of question marks at the front of your comment or question. Help us pull it in the front. We'll check everything in any case, but this will really help us out. All right, let's get started. Let's start with Amelia. I did it in alphabetical order. I hope I got my alphabets correct, but we'll start with Amelia Rose's closet. I'll let you go first, Amy. I see that you picked
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just for the record, I did see Kat's picks first, and then when I submitted her mine to her, she decided to steal more things later. But anyway,
Never
so my
enough.
my pick is the gorgeous, a fairly recent bag that Amelia got. It's this gorgeous denim bag, and it's a fairly large size. I think it's like this could be the medium. I don't think this was the largest, but there is definitely a small, and then there's a medium, and then I think there is an even larger one. But I loved it. The moment she unboxed it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool and so different from anything else that I own. Obviously, her collection is beautiful. I could have chosen anything, right? And she's a big lover of that rich fuchsia color. But I think for me, if I had to pick one thing that I'm gonna steal, it's gonna be this bag because it's so cool. And she also had her brooches on the bag, which is so fun. Yeah, this is the most unique one that I'm like, I have to pick this one.
You know, one of the things that are we gonna? I can't remember if I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow, but when I got my denim bag, it was obviously this very prim and proper, this beautiful denim blue, and obviously getting it dirty and all would be a concern. But I actually really like this launch. They did it in green. They did it in this red. I think they also did it in like a purple. It
Mhm.
it's like the perfect throw around bag that even if
Yeah.
it gets dirty, it's distressed already. It's like it's got that, almost ombre color. So even if it's dirty, you don't really know. At least for me, because I'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get a stain on it. But I actually really like this bag as well. There was another YouTuber. Her name is 404 California. She doesn't do YouTube
I think it's
anymore, but she
408.
408. She had the green version, and I think she was selling it like a year ago.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's
oh my
so
gosh, she sold it, right? And I think it
yeah.
was only for the US, and I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the green one. I really wanted it.
Yeah, it's this bag, it kind of was so under the radar, and or maybe it was only a handful of people really liked it at first, because I know this bag was not a fan favorite for sure, not at the beginning, until people started waking up and deciding that, oh, you know what, it's not so bad. And because just like you said, with any denim bags, they usually, they look cool, yeah, but if they're too prim and proper, of course they're gonna get dirty because they're fabric. But this one, it already looks dirty because that's the vibe that you were going for. Yeah, I definitely also slept on this one for sure. I
I
would
didn't
have.
even know about it. That's the thing. I was like, when I started to see people
Mm,
carry it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is
yeah,
so cool.
yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, we'll just take Amelia's. We'll just take Amelia's. Okay. For me, I mean, as Amy said, Amelia has an amazing collection. Just look at this top picture at the side, at the background there. This could be an older photo because I know she did a couple of vlog sales already. But this is, I think, her latest, yeah, 2022. And man, I'm still looking for the perfect green Chanel bag. So I wouldn't mind, having Amelia's chevron mini classic flap, mini flap, right? Mini flap. And I love this green. It's kind of like sea green. It reminds me a little bit of my toolbox, the blue Thalassa. It at angles will probably look a little bit more blue, so it has this almost green, um, leaning a bit of blue kind of shade, and being caviar. I think it's caviar. Yeah, caviar. It's gonna be like really hardy. So I picked this. There were so many bags to pick, but I was thinking, you know what? Since there's a green bag, let's go take that first.
It's a gorgeous bag for sure. Like her collection is so unique as well, but in
Mm,
in a way that it like nobody else does it. So it's so fun. It was so fun and kind of hard to choose just one, honestly. But
yeah.
yeah, I had to go with
We
the big denim bag. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we wanted to choose. So maybe we should say like how many we wanted to pick. So we said, okay, we'll pick one at least, and then if there were a little bit more, we can, don't pick too many because most of these YouTubers they have a significant collection, right? They have many things that we want, so we can't be picking too many things. So if you're gonna go into somebody's house and you're gonna grab stuff, you can't grab everything, right? So you take a couple of things, one at least, like the top thing that we wanted to go for. So that's that. We're coming for those, Amelia.
Okay,
Cassie.
Cassie. Yes, our friend
Oh.
Cassie. So Congrats to Cassie. This is her newest Hermes offer, and oh my gosh, I love it because this is, if I remember correctly, this is in Rouge Cellier, either gold hardware or rose gold. I can't remember. I wrote it down on a piece of paper and then I left it in the office, so I should have had it in front of me. But anyway, so it's her latest Birkin 25, and it's so cute. The color is so rich and still very neutral. And with Cassie's collection, also her collection is so unique, all sorts of different bags, which is not really my style. So, which is why when I picked something, I'm like, okay, for sure I had to pick this because this for sure I'll wear any day, and I don't mind having a different color, even though it's kind of close to black, but it's still different enough. So I loved it. This one is so cute.
Yeah, it's.
Are you
Oh
okay?
no! Oh my god! Wait, hang on. Suddenly, I thought my computer restarted for a moment.
Oh no! You're still here.
Okay. Yeah. No, it went blank for a minute. I was like, what
Oh,
happened? Oh, yeah, that's so strange. That's the first time it happened. This computer is
no
getting a
worries.
little old. It's getting a little old. Okay. Anyway, so coming back to Cassie's Birkin, I haven't watched. Actually, I haven't watched this reveal. Like I was kind of like saving up some, watch laters, but everybody was talking about it, and this is that beautiful, almost like, is it like ox blood, Togo leather?
Well,
Is
I
that
know it's Togo. I honestly don't know how it looks like in real life, but from the camera and from pictures on Instagram, it just looks like this really dark red brown.
mm,
It's called rouge cellier, right? So it's supposed to be red,
mm,
but it's really like a brown color. It's very rich,
that's
dark brown red color.
this
But
would
I
make
guess
such a.
yeah, you could call it ox blood maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure.
Yeah, I think it's sort of very fall, winter appropriate. Like it's very,
Mhm.
very that kind of autumn shade, but it's not
Yes.
as what's the word? Like it's not as harsh as black. And black, even though it's very classic, but it can look quite, because it's a black bag, right? It just looks very prim, very proper. But this is sort of like yeah, not as harsh. I think that's the right word. Not as harsh as black. So yeah, I mean, good pick. Always grab the newest one from a closet, right? I'm gonna watch this when I go back, like on the way back in the airport when I'm sitting. Well, yeah, I am in the airport, but when I'm sitting waiting again, I will watch her video. I want to catch it. Yeah, I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
I think between this and her mini Kelly, and you guys are gonna notice a sort of pattern with me is, for me, I didn't pick the mini Kelly only because it's not my color, but I would, anytime there's a mini Kelly, I would normally just pick that just because I cannot have enough mini Kelly, even though I don't even own one yet. But I'm just thinking, I'm like, you know what? These are the kind of bags that I do use. Of course, I do use the Kelly 20, the Birkin 25 too. I definitely do. But if it was a mini Kelly, it's like, oh yeah, I'll have it in all the colors, like candy colors. It's just that orange is really not my color, which is why I did not
Oh,
pick it. But
you're wearing
otherwise,
something orange though. You're wearing like,
you
isn't
know
that
what?
the
It's
orange?
true.
You
But
look
I don't
good.
wear orange bags. Like clothing, I feel like, is clothing I'm a bit more adventurous. And anyway, I don't know why. I don't know why. Clothing, I'm okay with it, but I feel like if I were to collect and be part of my collection, I'll have a harder time matching an orange bag.
Mm,
Easier time to wear orange on the body and wear a black bag or a white bag. Like to me, that's easier, or even a pink bag. To have an orange bag and to always take the effort to match the orange bag, like the other way around, is difficult for me.
I get it. I get it. But yeah, we'll take it anyway. I mean, it doesn't
Not
matter.
like we really can take it, but yes, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Okay. I got two things. So initially there was only one bag, but then when I was watching one of her videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, we'll just take a diamond ring as well. let's just admire. Firstly, congratulations to Cassie. She got engaged this year. I think this was from February. She did a huge announcement, and wow, can you just take a moment to look at that? Firstly, ginormous diamond ring. It's so beautiful with her nails. Obviously, she's well known for her beautiful nails, but that is a gorgeous, gorgeous engagement ring. Yeah, it's mine. It's
And it's
giving me
really
inspiration. Yeah,
unique
it's
too.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very modern, very unique. Definitely suits her.
definitely
But good
suits
luck
her.
taking it off of her fingers, though.
That's true. That's another problem, right? Because she wears it all the time. It's beautiful. Like I've seen some of her
Yeah.
videos, and she's just, obviously when she's talking and you can see that ring there, it's like, oh wow, wow. It's inspiring me to if I can't get it, so I will upgrade my ring in the future to something that's more like this, because the traditional engagement ring is the solitaire, right? It's which I love, but this is modern. This is modern. This is like the what do you call this? Like a princess cut. I think this is like a princess cut. Yeah,
I think this is emerald because it's rectangle.
emerald cut.
Princess is square.
Right. Okay, emerald cut then. Inspiring me. Yes. So this is one that I was like, yes, let's get some jewelry as well. But there is one bag from Cassie that oh,
Obviously.
obviously.
Another
I
green
mean, like
bag.
seriously, no, but seriously, if I ever get offered like a green bag from Hermes, don't just take my money, man. I'll figure out a way. Just take my money. This is a gorgeous Birkin 25, in Togo leather in the color cactus. At first, I thought it was vert jade, but because there's so many shades, and this one is just to me so beautiful. That's a perfect green. Oh, yep.
It's
I like
gorgeous.
this. It's yeah. She's got such a gorgeous collection. Is this her first? Yes, I think this is her first Birkin.
I think so.
If I'm
Yeah. If anything, I think this is her first Hermes. I think
right.
I mean I could remember wrong, but um yeah, it's a really nice one for sure.
Right. Oh my gosh. This is definitely one bag that I'll make a beeline for. Like, ooh, let's go for it. We want to know what bag would you get from Cassie? Comment in the chat.
I see a lot of people already stealing a lot of people's. So Clara, I saw Clara earlier. Okay, so those are my picks. So Clara, I'm coming for your bags. But well, maybe I'll just borrow it when you come. When you come to visit, I'm gonna just borrow it.
I saw her comment
But
here saying Clara says, I'm here to protect my goods.
yes. How about we swap for one day? How about? But anyway, so with Clara's collection, and I actually did just answer this hypothetical question from my Q&A, and I did say that from Clara's collection, I would take her Constance. That's what I said at the time. However, like I said just earlier, anytime there is a mini Kelly, if someone has a mini Kelly that I like, I honestly cannot have more than one. I can have more than one. That's what I mean. So if I were to go between the two, I would still pick the mini Kelly first. So that's why I have two picks here. I like her Constance a lot because it's a very special and it's box calf. But anytime I can just, have a multiple colors of mini Kellys that I can wear, I would take, which is why her mini Kelly is still my number one. It's gorgeous as well because it's this nice, very neutral gray color. I think it's Gris Meyer, right? The one that she has. Yeah. So cute. Oh, I just can't wait to get one. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Take Clara's. Take
I
Clara's. It's
know.
faster.
Oh, here Clara says, Amy, We do a mini Kelly swap. Hope you get yours soon. Yeah, well, if I get one by the time you come, which is very unlikely, we could definitely swap. But swap for the day. But yeah, yours is just the perfect tone, the perfect everything. Like because I have a lot of black ones, right? Black bags from Hermes, which I'm not gonna say no to a black mini Kelly, but hey, a gray one would be nice too, So yeah.
Yes. I also actually, so for me, I think we did in a Q&A or something, and I also yeah, I think in the Q&A I said that if there was one bag that I would take from Clara's collection, I would go with the Constance because of the leather. Like I have the Constance and I really like the 18 size. It's very easy to use. It looks tiny, but at the same time, you can fit so much things inside. I mean, so much for a mini bag. And this box, I think if there's one leather that I must get.
Mm, yeah, I think at the time because I was given a choice of a few girls, basically all my you girls, all my girlfriends, and because between the three of you, I just picked different bags because I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna pick all at the same time. Therefore, I went with the Constance. But yeah, her Constance is also gorgeous because of the material. But I also like I mean, I cannot have enough black bags anyway. So it's sort of like hard to say no. It's easier for me to say no to like orange, yellow, green, those things, but harder to say no to all the neutrals, especially the black and the white, the grays. Like those are just my kind of it's not that they're my kind of color. It's just that for me, it's so easy to style. Like I just don't even need to take effort to style those bags because I can just have fun with my clothes instead, which I do. The clothes that I wear is really dependent on my mood, right? Like sometimes I'm all in black, and sometimes I just want bright colors. But bags, I just don't want to go there. For me, bags is just, I want it to be as easy to grab anytime, regardless of what I'm wearing.
Yep. I'm gonna swap over to my phone Wi-Fi. So just give me 2 seconds because I keep
Okay,
dropping.
cool.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries. Actually, there's a comment. I'm going to go through some comments then. Clara says, Amy, get the box in Rouge Cellier. Actually, that's a great idea. If I can. Oh, you mean Rouge Ash? Okay, yes. Also good idea for sure. And
Okay. That
then,
should be better.
oops, that's the wrong one.
Okay. I think that should be better now. Yep. I think so. How
Yeah,
annoying.
cool.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Sorry about that. All right. So Clara, I'm coming for that bag. If Amy can only grab the mini Kelly, I'll just take the box. But then Clara has one of the most amazing jewelry collections. So if you're not into bags, go grab Clara's
Go
jewelry.
grab
So
her
anyway,
jewelry. Oh my gosh, poor Clara.
so anyway, Clara just did a really good comparison video between her very latest purchase, which is this beautiful Van Cleef and Arpels, the 5 motif guilloche bracelet, and she has both of them now, like the gold and the white gold. Oh, the white gold is really growing on me. I think it looks really sophisticated. It doesn't shout as much, but I still love gold. It's just that it's growing on me. Like seeing it on Clara's hand and she was doing this comparison, I was like, yeah, yep, I think we need some white gold in our lives. So Clara, I'm coming for your jewelry.
I love white gold. Actually, if there's any jewelry I would take from Clara, I would take her tennis bracelet, the diamond tennis bracelet. That's something that I would definitely want to have. I'll grab it from her too when she comes. Or maybe I'll just try hers on at least. Then it will give me more motivation to work for mine.
Oh my gosh, Clara. I can see a funny comment from Joe. Clara, change your home locks.
No. Yeah, well, it's always a good idea to have more security, that's for sure. But yeah, it doesn't help
From
that.
your friends.
Yeah, I know. From your friends.
Okay, okay, let's move on to Dale. So, oh, this is me. I wanted to put Amy first, but okay. I, I've seen this bag go around, and I was this close to getting the green one, but several people stopped me, including my husband. He was like, no, don't do it. So since we're, exploring our luxury YouTuber friends' closets, I'll go for this one. I will go for her purple, the very classic Sex and the City Carrie Bradshaw bag, which is made popular by her carrying it in the series. And Dale has, I think Dale was the first to showcase it on YouTube after a very long time. And it just blew up. Like, so many people started to get this bag, and then after they had so many colors. But if I'm gonna go for a bag from her collection, because just like Amelia Rose, she has a very, very unique Fendi heavy collection. So I'm gonna go for a Fendi bag, and that's the one I'm picking from you, Dale. It's mine.
It's gorgeous for sure. I could see why you went for this. It's blingy. It's something that we talk about a lot. Like, we talk about, oh, how like everything is nice, except that we would realistically not get. So if it was just
Mm.
hypothetical, yeah, why not steal it then, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, also with purple, that's my opinion. With purple, I also don't find that purple is my color in terms of bags. Not that I hate purple or anything, it's not like that, but it's just, if I had a purple bag, which I did in the past, I never wore it because I always find that I have to match the bag. So literally every time I wore that bag, I had to wear something that was complementary of purple, which I found really difficult. Maybe it's also because of where I live, because Dale lives in
Mm.
Sydney. It's always, to me, right? Like, I always think of Sydney as like sunny, nice weather, at least sunnier than here. So I always felt so difficult to style colorful bags. And okay, having said that, right? This one is different just because of all the sequins. It's so bling, so it almost feels like it's not purple, it's just bling. That's how I look at it
Mm.
too.
And it's really like sparkly at the same time. It's a very dressy looking bag.
Mhm.
The softness of the bag makes it more casual, because if this was like a stiff, like very structured bag and you got sequins, it'll just be very dinner appropriate. But because it's this Fendi peekaboo design where it's softer leather, it's softer satin, actually it's satin. It just makes it more wearable, even though it's so blingy. And I tried the green, I've seen the red. It's just one of those bags that you can actually transition from going out during the day and then using it at night as well. It's quite a chameleon bag. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's one of the reasons I actually tried out the green several times. I was like, I really like it, but yeah, stop to myself. So I'm gonna pull this comment from Joe. I enjoy Dale's channel because she buys all the bags that I like, but I cannot buy. I have the same feeling, Joe. It's like, I love seeing Amelia when she brings in unique bags, Dale as well. But in all honesty, I probably will never buy them. I'll enjoy them through their channel, because yeah, I just wouldn't.
Yeah,
So sad.
I 100% agree. It's just, I like watching others people buy these. I cannot, I've tried, right? I've tried, but I cannot ever style them because it's either never weather appropriate or I'm not in a mood
Mhm.
for it, and then so they just don't get used, and I feel guilty about not them getting used. So that's the
Yeah.
main issue, really. The color is gorgeous. Okay, those are my picks. So Dale, I'm coming for your peekaboos. um, the first one that I actually picked is that mauve one, that gorgeous pink mauve. It's really pretty, like a lilac color. I also like that this particular version is very fresh and modern. Obviously, Peekaboo's has had many revamps since, and this one is just so clean, like so sharp and so clean. It doesn't remind me of a Kelly, but it's just the idea that it's so sharp. I really like it. And then, of course, there's that kind of lime green one and almost yellow, but kind of both. And I'm like, oh, that one's so cute too because it's mini and it's so cute. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to include both pictures. But yeah, regardless of her entire collection, I like these bags off of hers the most, and I would totally wear those.
Right. Actually, I saw. I don't know where to comment, but I remember that she also has a Dior. I totally forgot. I was just when I
Yeah,
think of
I
Dale,
I liked her
I
Dior too.
yeah, her wicker Dior, because I was like, oh yeah, she has that as well. I don't mind that too.
Yeah, I didn't pick
'Cause-
that one just because I was trying to stay true to how like I would dress and if I were to wear it. So I didn't pick it. I mean, I
Mhm,
would wear
mhm.
it if I had all the money in the world and I could buy any bags, but I'm trying to be choosy. So yeah, like I went for this one instead. I'm like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is a good one.
this is a good one. Yeah, I actually really like the lilac peekaboo.
Yeah.
And peekaboos at one point on YouTube, at least, they were so popular. Like it was just everyone had a peekaboo. But now it's sort of it's not as well. It's still popular, but it's at least it's not, well, maybe not as many unboxings. I guess then it just becomes a little quiet. So it's quite it's nice to see when Dale shares her peekaboos. It's like, oh yeah, this is such a great bag, so classic, and they're
Hmm.
still making it in so many fresh colors. I really like the this like greenish chartreuse color. It's sort of like I don't know, like not lime. I don't know what kind of color is this. What do you call this? Um,
I don't
what are you
know
gonna
because I've
call
been
it?
calling because it also reminds me of the mini cocoa handle that I have. I
Yeah.
almost call it lime, olive, like all those colors. It's very chameleon, I think. Depending on the
Mm,
lighting, it changes a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually, I was. If I can just add on another bag, I'll come for your Dior wicker bag as well, Dale. I was just everything when I think of Dale now, it's like I think of Fendi. So I actually forgot that she also has things like her Gucci wicker bag. She has the Dior one. She does have like a jumbo Chanel, but I think that's like her only black bag. The rest is all colorful, very very fun, very vibrant. Yeah. Wow, so many to pick. I don't know which one to grab.
If there's one thing I wish is that I lived in Sydney. Okay, so Isabel. Okay, Isabel too. I picked I picked Hermione Kelly because that was a no-brainer. However, I picked this exact picture because behind it there's also the Kelly 25 in this gorgeous cray color, and I'm just like, between the two, I'll grab both. But obviously, as I said earlier, if I were to stay true to myself and I know I can literally wear anytime, like I don't even have to think about my outfit, I will wear anytime. If there's a bag, it would be the mini Kelly. So even though I'm saying that as I don't own one, but I can only imagine, right? So yeah, Isabel, I'm coming for your mini Kelly. Plus, she has the most classic one.
It's
This
classic.
black, gold. There's To me, that's just like the easiest thing to style. Literally, black and gold, so easy. And even though people, well, in general, I don't disagree. People say that black is very harsh. I don't disagree, honestly. But I have a very easy time to styling black, even in the summer, because for me, it's about just balancing it out. So if I
Mm.
just wear a white dress and I have some black shoes, then a black bag would work. Or if anything, I have black hair, so it already works with my hair. So to me, it's always been easy to style black. And especially when it's that tiny, it's really a no-brainer.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, anything. Mini Kellys, after I've used mine for, it's been like 2 3 months. It's definitely, I agree, it's very photogenic. It looks it just looks good in pictures. It looks good styled with most of your outfits, which is why I can understand you're like, I need this to style everything.
Yeah.
So yours is coming. Yours is coming. We're all manifesting it for you.
Let's
Like,
hope. Let's hope.
okay. For me, I didn't go for any of her Kelly bags because I mean, at first, the first picture that I grabbed is this. This is to me the bag that got away. I think I've talked about this before, but when I first wanted my very, very first Chanel handbag, before I got my jumbo, which is my first bag, I I loved this color, this beige Claire, gold hardware. I remember walking into the store in KLCC, asking the SA for it, and they had the beige Claire. I mean, it wasn't like as if it was so hard to get then, right? But they only had in store the beige Claire in silver hardware, and for some reason I just was like, oh no, I want gold. And then she said, why don't you try black? And I ended up going with the jumbo in the end, but it just feels like I should have just went with I should have just waited and got the bag that I always wanted, and I just never did. And over the years it's become so hard to get. Apparently it's one of those unicorn pieces that you rarely pops up in the store. And now add on with the prices, it's to me it's like the bag that got away. That's it, done. So since Isabel has it, I'm coming for your bag.
Yeah, it's a
And
great classic.
yeah, it's a good classic. And so if you have not watched Isabel's video of her surprising but just amazing Paris appointment, she got a new SO. We don't know what it is, but I'll take it. I mean, Isabel, there's like multiple SOs. I'll just grab one of your SOs. Like Amy will take, but Amy, if you're taking her SO at the back, then obviously I can't take this. Or whichever, well, I'll share it with you.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see her SO as well. But regardless, yeah, Isabel's collection is one of those that is so to me it's so up my alley because it's so classic. And even though she does have a few colors in there, because obviously she lives in Sydney, she definitely could pull off the colors. But yeah, her collection is just so easy to style, and yeah, I love it. It's like you can't really go wrong with any of her bags.
Absolutely. I just need to get a bigger goonie sack when I go to her house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jerusha.
Yes, Jerusha. So Jerusha also has an amazing collection, all kinds of, well, a lot of LV, but also a lot of Chanel. And I had to pick the one that for me got away. So is the pearl Chanel bag. So again, this bag, it's sort of like when it came out, some people were talking about it, but it wasn't so crazy yet until I realized that, oh, it's a crazy bag and it's already gone, of course, because Chanel doesn't ever have like 10 of those lying around, right? They might have 2 or 3 when it's launched, and it's already gone before it even launched, right? So I of course I had to pick this bag. I know a few other YouTubers that we're gonna feature as well have this bag, but of her entire collection, I was thinking, oh, should I pick one of her LVs, which of course I like. I also like the soft trunk, but I think I had to stick true to my heart, like something I would wear, and I know this is the one that got away, so I had to pick this one.
Yeah, I suspected you would grab this. I was thinking like, I mean, Jerusha's collection, like you said, has a lot of LV, and I was kind of thinking maybe sort of like Dale, right? I should grab an LV bag, like sort of like grabbing Dale's Fendi bag. But then she has a few of these unicorn pieces that she hardly touches. Like she uses them, but she hardly uses. I'm like, okay, we'll grab those instead. And then I suspected that you were going to grab it. So when I saw your picture, I was like, yes, I knew it. It's definitely the pearl bag. I went with this classic Chanel, and in this pink iridescent. I wouldn't buy it for myself. A little bit like how I would. I mean, for Dale, I wouldn't buy well, would I buy? No, I won't buy that purple one, but I still love it. It's that girly Barbie doll, really pretty bag. I don't know when I'll use it, but since I didn't buy it, it's okay. I'll leave it in my cupboard. And it's a unicorn. Like it's one of those few iridescent bags at that point where Chanel came out with, and everybody was just wow. It was just crazy, right? How the resellers were getting in, how people were trying to, however way to get these bags. And she got one. I can't remember if she bought it from store though. I can't recall. But anyway,
I
it's beautiful.
think if I remember correctly, this one I feel like she got from the reseller. I can't
Maybe she
remember
did.
for sure.
Yeah,
I
even
can't
that
remember
was
for
hard
sure.
to get. Like even that was hard to get. Remember like how
Yeah.
when the caramel first came out, the Chanel caramel
Mhm.
bags, and the resellers were also struggling to get the bags because either they could not fulfill the orders because
Mhm.
you couldn't get them from the store. Some of them got a few pieces, and it was also just as crazy for the resellers. So for her, whether she got it from the store or the resale market, it's still a unicorn piece to get. Oh,
Yeah. Okay,
she
but
got some
between
really
this
good
pink
pieces.
one and the beige Claire though, which one do you like more?
Oh, okay. Obviously the beige clear.
Ah, okay.
If I had to only go to one trip to Australia, who do I go first, right? Go to Isabel's house first.
Yeah, understood. I agree. It's sort of like, yeah, you would love a pink unicorn, but I think realistically you'll wear the beige Claire more often, right? So
Exactly.
I totally
It,
agree.
I mean, pink for me is like aspirational. It's like I like if I could have a collection. I saw some comment. I'll look back in the comments, but I saw some comments about JB Chua, right? But I mean, if I could, I would love to have a whole background full of candy colored handbags, right? Blue, pink, green, every color in the sky, rainbow, and more. But realistically, I wouldn't necessarily beeline for those.
Oh, I think Kat just got disconnected. Either she's freezing for a little bit, or yeah, or she's okay. Cat is frozen. Um, oh, she's back there.
Oh my, that was so funny. I just got a scam call coming through my phone.
Oh, is that why? Oh,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
phone.
and then it took the data from my phone. It was like a 18187 something, and yeah, scam. And you guys be careful of these numbers, right? It's
There's so
crazy the amount.
many of these
So
spam
many, so
calls.
many.
Literally, I get them every day. So annoying.
Yeah, so annoying. And they did it during the luxury live show. Anyway, yeah, beige definitely. I'll go with the beige.
Mm, all right.
All right, Jessie. Oh,
Oh,
this one was
Jessie's. Oh my gosh. With her collection, it was hard not to choose everything as well, I'll be honest. Even though they are very colorful to be frank. However, so okay, I always put my first pick on the left. So her on the left side, she has this vintage. Well, it's not quite vintage, but it's her birth year. Maybe it is. It's vintage. It's her birth year, Kelly 28, so 1991, in this Courchevel leather, which is very similar to Epsom. I don't know the color. I don't know if she knows the color, but it's this quite gorgeous red color. And I was just like, oh, if I had to pick one of her Kellys or one of her bags, it would be this one because okay, first of all, I do like red. So I do not mind having red bags or anywhere between red and like fuchsia and like certain shades of pink I actually really like. So even though I say I'm not a pink person, but it just depends on the shade of pink. With this one, what I thought was so special is the fact that it's this gorgeous color, the fact that it's a vintage piece, but it's so well kept. This is a Kelly version one, which doesn't have the extra loop for the strap, but I think she got a strap anyway, and then she puts it on anyway. So that would be my pick number one because it's just such a gorgeous color, and for a vintage piece, how well kept it is. I just admire
Mm-hmm.
that. My second pick, I had to go with her other Kelly 28, and it is this. I think it's box leather. I don't remember the color. I don't even know if she mentioned it. But it's just so cool because it's box and
Mm-hmm.
it's so smooth. Um, the color does remind me of a gold color or maybe just a little lighter. So again, a very nice neutral color. This one is a Kelly too, so it does have the extra loop for the strap. So yeah, if I had to steal her bags, it would be her Kellys, the two Kelly 28s, because they're just gorgeous.
They are. They are. That box one.
Hmm.
Wow. It's that's the thing about box leather. It's a, though my essay doesn't agree with me. It's like, oh, you have to take care of it. It will scratch and all, but that's the beauty of it. And it's one of those leathers that will look so beautiful if if I can keep that bag for like 20, 30 years and use it, it's gonna look just amazing. Obviously, I'm not gonna scratch it up, but it's okay to have a few of those bumps and lumps because it's the character of the bag. Oh, good pick, good
Yeah.
pick.
And I think the reason why I like her vintage bags, even though I'm not a person that shops pre-love, we don't have a lot of choice here anyway. But the reason why I like these is because, and the fact that it is box, it's because it's already been pre-loved, so you don't have to worry as much about being too careful because it already has a few dings in there. So, and the fact that it is an older bag and it's still after the first whoever the previous owners have used, and then now it's hers, it's just like, oh, it's still kept so well, it's just amazing. And so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that also eases the kind of anxiety around a delicate leather. So that's what I like about it too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, my pick is gonna surprise a lot of. I mean, she's so many Hermes bags. I feel like I was in a buffet and I didn't know what to eat, so I ate the most. Like, I'll start with this. So I went with her mini bolide,
It's cute.
and it's cute. Okay, so I went in straight to the mini bolide because I was thinking that I would probably. This is so strategic of me, but hear me out. Okay, hear me out. If I'm still after quota bags in my own store, I would probably not waste my yearly limit on asking for non-quota bags. Like, I would probably not ask my store for like Bolides, mini Lindy's, what else is there? Or Lindy's or any other bags until I like finish all my um, quota bags, like getting either Birkins or Kelly's. So since I'm at Jesse's place, I'll just take her mini bully because I probably won't get it for the next few years. So that's one reason. And then it's so cute. Plus, it's a little cute red bag. One of those things that I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself because, again, I'm not really a red bag kind of girl. And this kind of bright red, because I feel a little self conscious with it. But because it's small, it's not really mine. So I'll take it.
It's interesting because you like the bright greens and like maybe
I
even
know, right?
orange and all that, but you're not a red person, whereas I'm the complete opposite. I prefer just either red or black and white, and then the grays and like all 40 shades of gray. And it's very funny, right? How
I know.
different people are. Yeah.
Actually, you just made a good, interesting point because I would go with, say, I would wear a orange, like lip color, reddish orange lip color, but I wouldn't wear red lipstick. It's the same as the bags,
Oh,
like
really?
yeah. You give me one of those like sultry vampy reds.
Yeah.
I would wear it, but it's so occasional. It's like I need to be, my hair's got to be done.
Oh.
I got to wear the right outfit. I got to be like just put together before I would wear and be brave enough to wear this like red lipstick, similarly to the red bag. But if it has orange in it, like say it's orange or like it could be fluorescent orange actually. I feel like that's more casual and fun, sort of like Cassie's orange Kelly. To me, that's fine, even though it's bright.
Maybe
Strange, right?
that is the difference. I agree, because I do find like certain shades and like for me orange is like, oh yeah, it's casual, which is why like orange in what I'm wearing today, this bomber jacket, is totally fine, it's casual, but I'm usually not as casual of a person. I prefer like the other side of casual. So for me, reds and things like that is like, oh yeah, easy to pull off. Like I actually like it and I love it. And then,
oh no, they're so hard to pull off because you need to be really put together. So
no, but okay.
well, Luxee's in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you agree that reds are quite hard to pull off? Well, not hard. I mean,
don't think so. Red is really a neutral, honestly.
No.
Yes.
We're having is red a neutral? Come, let's have a little debate in the chat. I don't think so.
But you know what? If it's your color, it's gonna be your neutral anyway. I guess it boils down to that in the end, right? Like,
good point.
That's the thing. I think red has been popularized as being like can be a neutral, but only because I don't know, maybe red is a classic color, who knows. But yeah, I always felt like it's a neutral, but I do like red though. So
yeah, you do like red, but it takes a lot of confidence to wear red. Whether it's a red lipstick like Jessie, like that pop, it's not even, it's like red and then a red bag, and look at all her red at the background. It takes a lot of like thinking, dressing up, confidence to wear red, because interesting.
Unless you already wear red. Then red goes well with white and red and pink. So if you already wear those colors, then you're fine.
I see the conversation happening in the chat, but we'll take a look later. Okay, let's continue first. Okay.
Oh, Mel. Oh my
God, this was hard. This was hard.
Yeah. Okay. So, even though I did put that picture on the left, honestly, I would pick both as my first pick. So initially, I also just went with her mini Kelly only, just because it's another mini Kelly, happens to be in this gorgeous, this is kind of like a pinkish color, pinkish red. It's actually called a rouge. Let me think. I wrote it down. I'm like, this one is, no, Rose Extreme. And it's just like a version of a red, right? So to me, it's like, oh yeah, definitely pick this, no problem. But I also had to add her one of her latest bags, the Cellier Construction Birkin 25, because it's just so sleek, so clean. And to me, this color, even though it is technically a blue color, it's called Bleu Brume. To me, it looks like a gray. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is neutral for me. So I don't even look at it as being blue. It's just a version, like a shade of gray. And because I love Birkin 25 so much, and I don't have a light color, and I also don't have a Cellier one, so I'm like, yeah, I'm coming for those two bags, Mel. I'm coming for those two.
But can we just admire all the bags in the background? Just take a moment to like let that sink in. Look at, has she ever done like how, I can't remember if she has done like how many like Hermes bags that she has. It's a decent selection of bags.
Yes, it would be easy to just pick any of her bags, to be honest. I just went to my favorites, that's all. I mean, she also has another Kelly, so another Kelly mini. And behind you also see her kind of, that one is the Rouge Cassac, I think. The Kelly 20, I think it's it's either a 25 or a 28. Anyway, I could have easily also gotten that one, but since I already got the Kelly 28 from Jessie, so I just went straight to mini Kelly, because that's just,
we don't want to be too greedy.
Don't need to think about it too much. I'll wear it, no problems, even if it's a pop of color, but it's my color, so I'm okay with that. Oh, her
Yeah, yeah,
collection is just a dream. So
yeah. Our goodie sacks are getting a little full.
yeah. I mean,
Okay,
we could totally have, we were throwing so many names, right, when we were planning this episode, but we were like, okay, we're gonna be here till after 2 hours. So we had to stop at 10 people. But honestly, we would have gone, we would
so
have
many
included so
more.
many more people. So yeah, don't feel bad if you were not included in here.
Yeah,
We
we
just
could
have to
always do
cut it
round
off at
two.
some point. Oh goodness.
Yeah, Okay, let's take a moment. Like was it just last year or was it this year? Oh man, losing track of time. But
It-
Mel has, I mean, the mini Kelly in Ostrich
mm, mm-hmm.
was last year in Hawaii. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, if there's
It's
one exotic that I
gorgeous.
would get, is yeah, I would totally go for ostrich. Is one I've been reading up about exotic leather. Not that who knows? Maybe 4 or 5 years from now, I could invest in one. No Crocs, okay? Because apparently Crocs are hard to take care of. But maybe one, either ostrich or there's another one, lizard, like lizard.
Lizard
But
is
so
really
I've been,
good.
yeah. So just reading about it, and apparently ostrich is a really tough, sturdy, like good leather. If you want to get one exotic, and you're not super careful, ostrich is one to consider. Some people like it. It's a bit. Some people like it, some people don't because it looks like polka dots. But it's growing on me. The more I read about it, the more I understand about it, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind an ostrich. But since it's like 4 or 5 years, maybe more than that from now, I'll just grab Mel's. I'll just pick yours, Mel. Coming for your bag. And then this, oh wow, can we just admire her AP Royal Oak solid gold diamond size 34 watch.
Really nice.
It's really nice. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I think everyone's gonna be locking their doors if we show up in their cities. Oh my gosh. It's like, no thanks.
Are you coming by? All these, they'll hide these. Everything else will be open. Like, where's the watch, Mel? Can I see your watch? Oh. Yeah, yeah. Her watch is. She was also. I mean, she did in her reveal video. She did say that this is probably one of her most like her biggest investments ever. But really, this is an investment piece. They only make 50,000 watches. AP only makes 50,000 watches a year for the world. It sounds like a lot, like 50,000 watches, but seriously, you're talking about billions of, I mean, not billions, but a lot of people around the world that want their watch. And that's all they make. And in 50,000 pieces, each design or each model only has a few because they have so many models. So they make a little bit of everything. So for her to get one of these, it's just wow. She did say she waited almost 2 years for it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm not waiting 2 years. I'm just gonna visit Mel. Okay. We have Michelle.
Okay, from Michelle's. Okay. So I think Michelle's collection is not what I usually go for because she tends to go for larger size bags. But if there's one bag I already like, when I thought of Michelle, I'm like, oh yeah, I already know which one. I don't even have to think about it. Actually, she had another one that I liked, but she got it stolen. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna pick that one.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that she got stolen, I really like that one actually. But this one, I mean, it's not no brainer because it used to be my bag. Like I actually bought from the very same season because I had the opportunity to try this color and the gray color as well at the time. I just picked the black one, but I really did remember. I now in retrospect, right? I think about it and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? The caramel color that I tried, I remember it was a thicker, like almost heavier bag, and I think now like I think back and I'm now thinking like, oh, the reason why mine is so malleable is because it's thinner. So maybe that's why I had problems. Anyway, if I had to steal one bag, it would be this one, the 22 size small caramel. I know this one is the 22A season, so I already know exactly which one this one is. So yeah, I'm going for this one.
We're coming for it.
Yep.
Actually, and I remember her video. So she revealed it. I think yes, this is her unboxing video. But she did do a video, I guess sort of like what you did, right? In response to a lot of
yeah, people were
saying that
asking questions at the time.
Yeah, so she did come up with a video, and she said that her bag's in
fine,
perfect condition. Fine, yeah, no scrapes, nothing. So happy for her, nothing happened to it. So yeah, go get her bag and get your bag back. Go get your bag back.
It's close enough, Las Vegas. I can go there. Go there, come back.
Oh, let me just make you want to go there, Shima, because I am actually using it today.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I honestly miss it so much. I have to get it back, but even just getting the 22 bag is really not easy because it's already been a few seasons now, so technically more people would have gotten it, but every time they have a new collection, and now that I don't have an essay, it's even harder to get anything. So we'll see. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I do have plans to get it back though. Hopefully it'll happen this year.
Yeah. Okay, for me, I picked two things. So firstly, the first one I picked was bags. And she got this beautiful Gris Tortorelle Birkin 25 palladium hardware, and she got it from her friend who was going to let go of the bag. And it's, oh my gosh, it's like one of those unicorn colors because it's neutral and apparently it's classic, but they don't make Gris, well, it's like turtle dove, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. Is that right, Amy? Like
well, I actually don't really know what it means. I know how to say it, but I'll just look it up now.
Yeah, I think it's like turtle dove color. Basically, it's this neutral gray with a bit of brown to it. Oh, man, one of the colors that I always wanted initially before I decided to go with black first, right? Black first. Yeah, but since we're coming to Las Vegas, this is the one I'm gonna make a beeline for. Now, another thing that I thought, well, when Michelle's like washing her hands, she doesn't have all rings on hands. Her wedding ring from this designer, I don't know how to pronounce it, Lucifer the Ornestus. Sorry, I'm butchering that. Wow, I love her rings. This is one of, every time she does videos, whether it's her makeup videos or her vlogs, and she's, her hands are moving, you cannot not see those rings. I love a big, chunky ring. And this moonstone wedding, I think it's an engagement ring of hers, is one of a kind. It definitely inspired me to look into customizing my own rings in the future. Like if I want to make myself like my own one of a kind ring, I would consider getting something that's really statement. But maybe that's in the future. But yeah, I'm coming for those rings from Lucifer Veronestus.
Her rings are very unique for sure. Like I know her. She tends to go for designs that are quite intricate and like quite special. But getting back to the tourterelle, you're right. It means turtle dove, which I had no idea what it means. So it is a bird that is a cousin of the pigeon, but smaller. So, okay, now I know. It's a bird.
It's a bird. And I think turtle doves are like love birds. I think those are like the love, like they're always together, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There's an announcement. Cool. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I think this is our last.
From Karis, yes. So from Karis, also her collection to me is, even though it's not like the usual neutrals like black and white and such, because she does live in Florida, so Florida is sort of like a bit tropical, humid and all. And you know, when I think, well, it depends which part of Florida, but when I went to Florida, like all I can think of is like how Daytona is, sort of like college people driving by, and then there's a beach, there's this and that, like it's kind of loud partying, but like to me that's the vibe that I think of when I think of Florida, even though I know it's not all the same, depends on the area. Anyway, when I look at her collection, I can totally style almost all the bags that she has, because the color palette that she tends to go for is a lot of red and white. So those are also my favorite colors. But if I had to pick like the top ones, right? So obviously the first number one top one for me is the one on the left, which is the one I also kind of got away from the season where they made the caviar, the first season of the top handle mini in caviar, and that was the first and only season. They made it in several colors, black, white. They had a few different colors too. Totally missed out. So that's the one I would literally like. That's the first one I would grab, because similar to how Mini Kelly is something that I can so easily style on any day. This is also the other one. So yeah, I'm just missing the white one. Karis, I'm going for it. I'm coming for it. I had to pick a second one because although this second one, I actually used to own a version of it. I used to own the mini version of it. But what I like about her version is that she actually has the medium size of it. So even more classic. And because this is such a unicorn color, how Jerusha's, you know, that pink one is kind of a unicorn. This one is even more special because it's the chevron. It's the only season that they did this sort of rose gold pink. So gorgeous. And it's just, oh, it's so dreamy. So I had to pick that one too, even though, you know, if I had to pick between the two, for sure, the left one. But yeah, hard to choose just one from her collection too, honestly. Very,
Yeah,
very
we
hard.
struggle. We struggle with LV. I mean, Karis's collection and Mel's collection, because their collection is it's it's big, but at the same
Everything
time,
is nice.
everything is nice. It's just like, oh wow, they have so many things, and everything is just so well thought out. It's beautiful. It's their personal style. So anyway, good picks. Okay, for me, considering that my Goonie sack is getting a little too heavy after all that, you know, stealing, I decided we're going to go for jewelry. And she's the one that I think she's the first, right? She's the first, probably on YouTube at least, to reveal this bracelet. And she went all the way. She didn't even go like half pave or no part. She just went boom, give you all the diamonds. And this, wow, the Tiffany lock bracelet. When she revealed it, I literally just had to pause the video and just like, wow, look at the size of those rocks. They're so huge. And it was an introductory price. I mean, it's obviously expensive, but she's explained it with, you know, all the pricings and diamonds that you get. It was, you know, reasonable in the luxury world. And yeah, so since I have enough bags already, I think I would go for her Tiffany lock full diamond bracelet. Yes, that's my pick.
Oh, this is an excellent pick. I also remember when she revealed it and she explained it so well. That's what piqued my interest. I'm like, oh, there's a new bracelet in town. I should go check it out. And I'm so glad that I
Exactly.
did. And I'm so glad that she also mentioned it and talked about it, because her video was probably the most informative, and really it was so helpful. And for most people, I will say, I know not everybody, because as I've experienced, the sizing for this bracelet is the most challenging. But
Mm,
for most people, the moment you try it, you will not want to take it off. That is the issue. So I honestly think you will love this bracelet, and if you were serious enough and you went and tried it, you would probably not want to take it off unless the sizing doesn't work. That's the only issue. I think the sizing is probably the most unfortunate. Like, I have had subscribers that told me how like it made it's really your bone structure and how your flesh is around, like it just works for a certain type. um for some people it just gets stuck to the point where it makes you bruise, and that's not good, obviously. So if you don't have that problem, it's such a good bracelet, so easy to remove too. And yeah, unfortunately the price did go up, so I'm so glad that I was able to get it when I got it. But yeah, I want a second and third one.
Did you
That's
get it
good.
at
It's such a good
introductory
bracelet.
price? I can't remember. Did you get it at introductory price or you got it after
I
one
got
price
it just
increase?
before because I went to buy it. They didn't have the stock though. But I went to buy it anyway. Paid in, like, I went to get it before they increased the price. So I still had to wait for it. I didn't get it right away, but I already bought it. So that was very, very good that Tiffany was able to honor the old price, because Hermes doesn't, which is something that I learned recently. Hermes, even if you put a full deposit, it does not matter, because it's only when you receive the item that they really charge you the price, which is going to be whatever price it is. So unfortunately, with Hermes, I had to learn it the hard way.
Yeah,
But
strange for where you are for Hermes that they don't honor the
yeah, I
price.
know.
Interesting. Okay, I think that is our last. Let me just quickly a quick check. Yep, that is. So we hope you enjoyed that. It was quite fun. I think I saw a few people say do part two. We can definitely do round two maybe next month. And give us some suggestions who you want us to steal from. We
I
already
already saw some names, and those
have
names
some names.
we just had to cut them off because it was just too many. I saw some like Tamara. I
Yeah,
saw like,
tomorrow we can.
yeah, like I was just like, oh no, we can't go more than 10 people, otherwise we'll be here. It's already an hour and 11 minutes, so it's it's just from stealing people's bags and jewelry, honestly. But yeah, we can definitely do a part two for sure.
For sure.
For
Let us
sure.
know. Comment now and tell us who you want us to steal from. We wanted, okay, so I think we removed Tamara and Jae Lu because, and we had like, yeah, we removed them because it was
We
just getting
removed Oksana, like we removed a
Oksana
few
as well.
people
Yeah.
because we just like, like it was just too many people, but we would be glad to include them.
We'll do round two.
There's just
We'll
so
do
many
round two.
people.
Okay, and then yeah, if you just joined us, don't forget to join us next week on Amy's channel because Saki is joining us, and really she has one of, I mean, everybody has a unique collection, but hers is extra unique because it's all, or at least 90% pink. So it's going to be really
Yeah,
interesting. You're going to have an amazing conversation with her. Join us next week, Amy's channel. All right, let's get into the chat.
fun, 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 fun. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to the top, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Joe wants Clara's chef. Kelly, yeah, me too. Oh yeah, I forgot it was Chev. Totally just got reminded. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
she
many
has a.
people want Clara's Chef Mini Kelly. That's such a good one. Oh, okay. Also Mims Kelly Dance. Yes, that's a nice one.
Okay, here's a question, Miss Charm. If you two had to pick one,
Ooh.
Mel or Karis's collection? Oh.
Wow, that's a tough
Ah.
one.
We could only buy one flight ticket. Whose house should we go? Should we go
Well,
Australia?
Karis is a lot closer to me, so maybe for me it's easier to bring Karis's collection over. At least it's in the same continent.
It doesn't make sense. I'll go to Mel's place.
Well, Mel
But
is
yeah, okay.
closer for you.
If distance was no issue, so
Yeah.
Mel or Karis.
But if we were to look at the collection itself, though. Um, that's hard because I do like a lot of Karis's bags, but I also like a lot of Mel's bags. So hard, very hard. Okay, I will say though, color wise, I like Karis's collection more, just based on what I like. But bag styles, I like a lot of what Mel has. Although Mel does have a lot of bigger bags too, which might not work for me. So maybe I will lean towards Karis collection. I think I will lean towards Karis. Just because of the color and the size of her bags are more like the stuff that I would carry. If that makes sense.
Yep. I'll go with Mel. I'll go with Mel because it's just that she has more H stuff, and I'm into a Hermes space. So yeah, I think I would go with Mel's collection because Karis, colorful is one thing, but
No, it's a lot of reds in Karis.
it's a lot of reds, yeah, reds,
Yeah.
and also a lot of different. And it's not that I don't like different brands, I do, but maybe it's to a point where I don't know what I like so much already. So I'll just stick with Mel's, just Hermes, and I'm like, okay, I'll just pick the colors from your collection and which design, and they're kind of almost the same. Some people may say it's just same bag, but I kind of like that. I kind of like multiple Birkins.
Yeah, more picks. So Tamara's cargo is really nice. The 25. Yeah, that one is a cute bag for sure. So yeah, we can add Tamara for next time. My gray bag. Yeah, that's probably one of my best well, the only classic flop really, but one of the best buys that I kind of just went for, and I'm glad I did at the time. It feels like a long time ago, but it's not that long ago, really. It's not really, yeah.
This is a good question. Okay. Jane's asking, Kat and Amy, do you both insure your bags? I remember Mel saying that she insures hers. No one wants a Tamara situation.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I don't insure like individual bags. I don't know if, well, I think that there are some insurance that does it, but it can be very, very expensive and quite difficult as well. So before I didn't do that kind of insurance, but recently in Singapore there is an insurance that can insure your like all the valuables in your house, and it will insure up to a few 100,000. And they don't really check like what happens in the house, so it's sort of like just for valuable luxury good insurance. They usually only provide it for resellers. Resellers, right? Because they have the whole store and all the luxury bags are inside, so they have to pay insurance if anything happens to their store. So in Singapore, there is an insurer that offers this particular insurance, but for consumers. So I am in the process of getting it because, well, I don't have like obviously like a reseller, so it's not very expensive. Like I think it's maybe I can't remember. Like I think the quote was like 1,000 a year or something, or less than that. But I think it's worth doing if you. I'm not sure if you have that in Canada. I just recently found out they have this in Singapore.
No, but exactly what you explain. How I also don't insure individual items because we did talk to our to the person that does our insurance, and we did ask if it's okay to insure individual ones. But the thing is, like, and they brought up a really good point, is that because my collection does change, like yes, there is a core, but like, you know, sometimes I would let go of some. So like that would be such a nightmare for paperwork. And
Mm,
also the insurance policy itself to insure individual items. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork and it's also a lot more expensive. It's just not something that they recommend it anyway. At the end of the day, it's sort of like it's up to you, but so we just did a sort of like a bulk insurance, like a larger sum for your content.
yeah.
So that's what it is. So
It's really difficult to insure property per se. I mean, individual
yeah.
pieces. Like when you do property insurance, they have like, and like you said, right? You have to take photos, your receipts, and proof, and it's quite a nightmare. So yeah, I did inquire it as part of the house. So for the longest time for me, I mean, obviously it wasn't the safest. So which is why I'm quite glad my collection has. I have streamlined my collection. It obviously it's a more valuable collection, but at the same time, I don't have to worry about so many pieces where if touch wood, anything happens, it's just a nightmare to handle. Can you imagine you have just one car and you have to handle it? It's already craziness. Can you imagine you got all these small pieces all hanging around the
Mm,
house? So I think at least here in Singapore, they have this new insurer that, well, not new, but this insurer that provides sort of like a overarching insurance for luxury things in the house. And they're not going to drill down to individual pieces, but sort of like almost like a trust system. But you do pay for it, lah. So that's something that I'm looking into now, waiting for the quote to come back and all that. So I just started it only like maybe a month ago, but I haven't been following up. So when I do it, like if I get it, and then I'll talk more about it to, and it'll be applicable for the Singapore viewers.
mm, yeah. It's quite a tricky subject too, because um it, I've also, from what I was told, it's impossible to like literally insure everything that you own, just because you think that you don't own that much, but the moment you start adding up and it's like, wow, like can you, so the insurance is there, definitely does protect you, but it's to kind of help you get back up in a sense. So yeah,
Mm,
knock on wood, nothing happens. And that is also why, one of the reasons, not just so that I can rotate my collection often, but also just because it's more peace of mind. I don't have so much to protect every time. Um, and at the end of the day, it's nice to have everything, but I want to be using my things, not just like there to look
yeah.
at. So yeah, definitely hard. I know it's hard. Like, um do protect yourself, but like I think it's hard to ultimately to really get every single item protected is very difficult. I think the only times that people usually do is for like their wedding rings, or maybe if they have like a very
Mm,
expensive watch, like those things they will do individual. But for the rest of the things, it's usually just a blanket, one large sum that covers everything.
yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's take the next one. Let me scroll up.
We do have a question. It's more for you though.
Oh, okay. I'm visiting Singapore and I'm planning to visit some luxury consignment stores for shopping. Do you have any recommendations? I'm interested in purchasing some Goyard items. Okay, so Goyard. Um, I have used Lux Lexicon. Let me just post that, LUX. I notice in Singapore, a lot of the resellers, they tend to focus on LV, Chanel, LV, and Hermes. We're looking for Goyard, so I think Lux Lexicon. Let me just post this up. This one. She does do more variety of brands. Not sure about Goya. Uh, you can check it out. So she's on Instagram, but they do have. I think she has several stores right now in Singapore. So worth going to check out. I'm more familiar with Hermes actually. So for Goya, I'm not that familiar. But if you were to go to around Orchard area, because if you're coming to Singapore, go to Orchard, just that whole shopping area, all around like Mandarin Gallery, um, Wisma Atria upstairs, if I'm not mistaken, they also have several stores for luxury items. There's another guy. Oh, I can't remember his name right now. If I can remember right during this live, I'll put Your Authentic Seller. That is another one. But I think he is only Hermes, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they also have Instagram, so you probably can check it out, and they have their physical stores in Singapore. So these are the two that I'm familiar with. I have purchased from them. I bought my Balenciaga shoes from Your Authentic Seller. Luxee, I have purchased my toolbox from her. I bought what else from her? Yeah, I bought another item from her as well. So reliable, and they've been around for a while.
I think this is gonna be a good one for next time. Jamie Chua's collection. Her collection is gonna be so hard to choose one though. So we'll choose something.
Yeah, we'll choose something. Okay, so we'll keep Jamie Chua. Let me just put that
Yeah,
down.
Jamie Chua, Tamara,
Okay,
those
Tamara.
ones, Oksana that we missed. Who else?
Lou.
Lou, we also had to remove last time. Yeah. Too many people,
Okay, I'm at the bottom. Miss Cham's asking, how would you style a purple bag? Good question.
Yeah, so I found that when I had the purple bag, I would wear only if I was more like I had to really focus more on the outfit. So I find that with purple it goes well with blues, like blue color, which I don't wear often, so that's the problem. So blue color, obviously black and white is quite easy to wear with purple. Purple does also go with pink sometimes and reds. So I think those are the main ones, I feel. I think you just have, for me, I find it harder to try deliberately styling a color that I don't normally like. Unless it's already your favorite color, then it doesn't really matter what you wear because you just love the color. So you will just, maybe your skin tone will just naturally blend with the complement with purple. So I feel like maybe it's not a color that complements me naturally. And so I have to make an extra effort at styling it. But I would say in general, blue does tend to go quite well with purple. Whenever I wore blue, it went well with it. Or purple, obviously. Like any kind of like variations of purple does go well with purple as well. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how to style purple. I think purple goes with green. It does. For some shades, it's quite complementary. Even though you think like, oh, purple and green, but I have seen many designs like from LV where they match purple, like a bright purple and almost a fluorescent green. It kind of like, surprisingly works. So like I think I see a comment from EJ, like really extremely wild. So you really make it, almost opposite, but it just goes.
I think that's the issue though. Like you either go like opposite or you go complementary, and that is how you like to dress is going to be a big influence on that. Like if you don't like the dressing, like the way you style to be opposite, then it still will not work because that's not how you would dress, right? So I guess it depends on how you want to do it too, right? I tend to like to do complementary more than opposite. Not to say that I don't do the other opposite too, but I tend to prefer complementary.
Yep. Purple and green like the Joker. So actually, obviously, I cannot show you, but directly opposite me, there is this banner. It's I think it's like a dessert store, but the banner is half lime green, like this green on the screen, and half a rich royal purple. I'm like, it kind of goes. I wish I could show you guys, but it's like it works. Purple, this rich royal purple and this almost fluorescent green. Um, I could do that, like a purple, like a green shirt, and then like a nice purple bag. Okay, so we have one more for Tamara about Tamara. Roy saying, I would go for Tamara's cargo Birkin. So we'll hold this for part 2 of We're Coming for Your Bags, ladies.
Yeah, I saw a comment somewhere earlier. I don't know where it is now, but I do agree that ever since she rebuilt her collection is even more just like chef's kiss, really on point right now. But obviously, when you have to go through it, then I guess normally you don't like if you have to go through it again, you wouldn't necessarily choose the same things as what you used to have. So naturally it'll be different and it'll be an improved version because you already experienced the stuff before. Not to say that it was not nice before, it was gorgeous before, but I do agree that right now it's just so sophisticated. It's quite nice. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, a lot of love for the cargo Birkin. Very
Can I just
interesting, huh?
say, even though I didn't want to announce anything on the public live, but I did pop by Hermes.
Ah,
I didn't get anything. Maybe I did, but I did, anything. But
what?
anyway, while I was there, while I was there, there was a unboxing. Like this lady, she was walking around, and then I think she was waiting for her essay, and she sat down, and her essay brought out this big box, and I turned around and I looked, and I was like, wow, Birkin 30 black cargo.
Mm.
I was like, wow, telling my essay, hey, nice, nice, nice. And my essay is like, no, it will get wet. Such a party pooper sometimes. Like, oh, it'll get wet, cannot, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. Discouraging me from potentially saying, I want.
Well,
But
every bag will still get wet.
exactly.
The point is not that it gets wet that you shouldn't buy it. You buy it because you like it. So he probably did not like it, or maybe he just couldn't offer it to you at the time. When he can offer it to you, he'd be like, "Yeah, it's nice, different." He wouldn't
That's
say like
different,
it's
huh?
gonna get
Unique,
wet.
huh? Unique.
Oh my gosh, it's funny. Yeah, they do say things that will, and understandably, they would say things that is appropriate for the
That
circumstance.
moment. That circumstance, that
Yeah.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw a comment from Jacqueline and I have to pull this up. Oh, here we go. Hey, Jacqueline. Okay. Ostrich is incredible.
Mm.
Believe me, I have one that I took it to work and it shows some sign of wear, but it looks amazing. Yes, I shall start to manifest it. Starting maybe next year, I'll start to manifest maybe one day ostrich. Not now because I can't afford
Interesting.
ostrich, but okay, ostrich in the future.
Well, I did see a comment also again, I don't remember where, but I saw it was from Miss Charm. I did remember she said that she has an ostrich bag
Yeah,
and
it's
it
just
does
here.
get oh there, it does water stain though, so you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Miss Charm is from Canada, so she's from Ontario if I remember correctly. So um yeah, that's something that you have to I guess Well, you guys get rain too, but like here, I guess when it rains, it rains. When it, well,
Mm,
in Vancouver, it's also slightly different. We do get a lot of drizzles too, a lot of drizzles, and a lot of rain in the winter time, which is why certain colors are always easier for me. Black, black is easy.
actually, but oh yes, I am GPS. How can we forget?
Oh
I am
yes,
GPS.
yes,
Thank you, GPS. So we're coming for your
yes,
bags, friends. Not even ladies anymore. I am GPS.
definitely. He does have
Definitely
some. I
really good
Yeah, I already
bags.
know which ones.
I might just take his box because he
Mm,
has a box constants as well. So all right, fine.
mhm.
I'll let you keep yours, Clara. I'll just take yeses.
Technically, you are closer to Clara than
That's true. That's true. It's
easier to
only a
steal
flight away.
Clara's though. Closer proximity, you know.
True. True. Oh.
Just kidding. Yeah. So also from Jacqueline, I do agree. It depends on skin tone a lot with red. Just like any
Mm,
color, it depends on skin tone. Like for me, when I wear green, I just look sick. Like just green just does nothing to me. Unless it's like a very emerald green, then yeah, like a very dark green, then it's okay, but it's not my best color. Like anytime I wear olive, all those colors, it's just I have to have bright makeup on, otherwise I just look kind of
mm,
not not very awake, not very lively, you know? So it really, whereas I think maybe red, it like it just all of a sudden it wakes me up. I don't know if you saw my video when I tried the bronzer on, and like I had no lipstick at that time. And
yep.
literally I put on lipstick and literally my face changed. That's how drastic it is for me when I put on red.
Mm,
It just like literally changes everything. Even though it's just a lipstick, it's nothing else.
yep.
I
Yep.
do agree it's skin tone a lot. Which reminds me, I'm like, right now I only have lip oil, so I look a little, not as
Oh,
bright
you
as
look
I usually
okay.
go. Yeah.
You look good. Let's see. Oh, Clara's actually gone. Oh well. When she watches back. I have to say, so I don't know if any of you can hear the busker that's behind me
A
because
little
I was
bit.
kind of a little bit. I'm so
It's
sorry
not
about
that
that, but
bad. It's just a
not that
little
bad.
bit.
But this guy, like, I have been sitting here for well, it's been 1.5 hours of this live. So he started basking half an hour before the live. So he's been basking for 2 hours because usually baskers don't bask that long, right? They'll just do maybe 45 minutes. They'll take a break. But the dude has been sitting there, and in my back of my head, I'm like, are you gonna stop singing? I tell you, when we finish this live, he'll stop singing. It's it's like that.
Probably.
Um, what's that? If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Like what is that? What's that theory? No, there's a theory called something. If it goes wrong, it'll go wrong. Somebody's theory.
Oh,
Anyway, there's a word for it, right? Some theory, Max's theory. Oh, forgot.
no, something law.
Some Murphy's law. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Yeah, Murphy's law. So when I expect it to end early, it won't, right? It won't. But when I'll finish our live, it will end. He will end. He'll stop exactly at our 2 hour mark. But I have to say, he hasn't stopped at all. Like, I mean, it's not that loud, but sorry for the rant, but the dude is is going on and on.
It's all good. It's not that I think usually the microphones they do
Yeah,
a
so I'm
good
trying to
job
keep.
at filtering a lot of extra noise. But I have to agree, like it's such a distraction when you're the one experiencing it. Cause like I remember one time I was editing my own videos and I could hear the background people, like a background noise of someone yelling in the background because they're too excited for their video game. And I'm just like, oh my God. And like sometimes you can't just cut off that little bit just because it's part of what you're saying too. So yeah, it's definitely distracting.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah. My gosh. Okay.
Oh, I wonder if we should include Saki in our next round too. We were gonna include her, but since we were gonna announce her coming over the show, so we
Yeah,
should
we
probably
could. We
include
could.
hers as well.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm listing them all out. There's so many. Oh my gosh. We could include the other lady. Though I on to be fair, I don't watch every single video because her collection is really big. Her name is Meredith. I think it's
Mm.
Living Life with Meredith. I think that's her YouTube name. So I don't think she's ever done a single collection video. It's just because she's such a lover of luxury that she has a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Like a lot. Like LV, she's got like a lot. Hermes, she's got a lot of Fendi. She's so much. And every time I watch her videos, there's so many different bags at the back. So don't really familiar with it. But we could do her as well, right? I mean, we could do her collection
I
as
don't
well.
know her for collection either, so that could be challenging. I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
spend a lot of time watching every video. I
Correct.
I
It's not
tend
as
to
easy
also
as
like
like,
to choose, maybe it's my preference. I like to choose people that I sort of like feel like there is a bit of similarity to my own
mm,
preferences, but like not completely the same, but some similarity at least. So that's usually helpful because otherwise it'll be really hard for me to choose something. Like for some people's collection, I mean, I like it for them, but I have a very hard time picking something I would just I would steal. Because that's not their problem then, right? But you know what I mean? It's just harder. Like some collections are just harder to pick something,
yeah,
and
true.
and then I don't want to just pick for the sake of picking something, you know?
My first luxury, I only know
Ah.
her based on her
She does a lot
jewelry.
of Cartier, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could do her. I'll just add her in. I'll just add her name in.
It will definitely
This
be more about, for me, it will be
jewelry.
probably more about jewelry. No, she does have some bags, I remember. There's a few unboxings, I think, from Alma's that I can pick
She
from. But
does.
yeah,
She does
um
have quite a few bags. Hey Chenny is another one, but I don't
mhm.
think she's done videos
Oh, she did one
lately.
just recently.
Oh really? Okay.
She just
Oh,
got
let me just.
a ostrich bag actually.
I'll just. Okay, there we go. I'll take her Australia bag.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because it's not a Kelly and it's not a
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
it's a I don't know if you like that bag because I don't. It's the picotin.
Oh, she got a picotan ostrich.
Mhm. It's nice. It's a nice
I'll
bag,
explore. It's a nice
but I don't
bag,
know
but
if
you know
you
the other
use that kind
bags.
of bag.
Yeah, yeah. See, it's hard. You know, you want to steal stuff, but you're not sure you're a picky rob. You're a picky robber.
Um,
Oh my
okay, so I
gosh,
like
this
to
is
go. I want to
good.
go. I saw a couple of comments by Miss Charm. She mentioned that she bought an orange bag a long time ago that she doesn't use, and then here she mentioned purple,
Purple.
which she also doesn't use. So that's what I was getting at earlier too.
Mm,
I've done that before. I've done some colored bags before, and I just never reach for. When I say never, I don't mean literally. I mean like so in far in between, and I don't like that because it feels like I'm not
mm.
using the bag. So after so many trials and errors, I just know what works. And what works is the boring stuff, but that's what works. So, for me, I'd rather just buy colorful clothing and bags can be neutral and it'll go with everything versus the other way around. The other way around is a little hard. And even with color, like clothing, it depends what it is too. Like a jacket is okay. Oh, well, no, I don't want to say that. how should I say it? Like even with clothing, if it's not my kind of color, I also don't wear it as often, but I'll make a bigger effort at rotating the clothes just because with clothing, I don't know. It just seems easier. I don't know. The other way around is
Yeah,
just too hard.
especially if your clothing has patterns. Like I like to wear, like today I'm wearing something plain, but I usually like to wear t-shirts, and then I like a little bit of, maybe a Doraemon there or something that's colorful. And if you have a colorful bag, I agree, it could clash. Like you gotta sort of almost match the colors to a certain extent. Um, yeah, I made some mistakes with colored bags as well. Like red was one of those colors that I made. I'm At that point in time, it didn't seem like a mistake because I'm attracted to it. I look at it, I was like, what a nice color, such a pop of color in the collection. But then again, it just never got used very much. I had my Diorama in red, which is a deep
Mm,
blood red. I had my
yeah.
Mini Lindy, which is beautiful rouge tomato color. Loved it. My Kelly 2032 got that pre-love, was also red. It was cause not rouge tomato. It was I forgot the color now. It starts with a C, but also this kind of red, orange, like red. And then I think my last red bag, I had one more red bag. I had a Bao red bag as well. So I tried it several times. I just didn't have I just didn't grab it. So
Hmm.
hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
When you try too many times, maybe it's sign that you stop
Yeah.
trying, you know. That's what I take from it, you know. That's why I always buy but the boring colors. But you know what? It works.
It
And the thing
works.
is like those are my most used and the most
Yeah.
worth it in a way, you know. Boring or not, it's just what works. And I agree. Clothing is a lower commitment because I don't
Mm,
know. It's just easy. Like if it's a top, you put a different jacket on, you don't see it. Or clothing, you go through clothing more just because it gets in the wash. And so we're not talking ready to wear, by the way. Like ready to wear is also another
mm,
story. I don't like to buy super expensive ready to wear and then just only
yeah.
wear it like once in a while, which apparently I have some of those mistakes too. Like there are just some things I'm like, oh, I'm just wearing it once in a while. I feel so guilty about that. Which also don't really want to do that either, just regular clothing, yes, definitely okay. But yeah, bags, expensive clothes, that's just too expensive of a mistake to make every time.
Mm,
And yeah, I do agree
boring.
that even though red is my color, I wouldn't buy every bag that I own in red either because it's still a color and it's still, at the end of the day, it's still slightly harder than black and white, right?
Yeah.
Black is easier than white and then it's easier than red. Like it sort of has like that hierarchy, which is why that's how my bag looks like. There's mostly black and then there's some grays and then there's, oh, I don't really have a white bag, but close to white, right? Just shades that are kind of like light color. And then there's a few red colors in between, but that's it. Like there's nothing too drastic for sure.
True. Okay. Hey, Jacqueline's got a question for us. So, ladies, if they offer you a Birkin bag in a bright or bold color, would you take it? So, I'll give Amy a color. Rouge, Guard. What's your favorite red? What's the one that you said is the most beautiful red? That red.
Oh,
Cassac.
and
Rouge Cassac. Is that the one that you said is
yeah,
like the perfect red?
I yeah, Kasak is quite nice. It's a very bright, vibrant red. I would take it
You take it?
because I have a black already.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. Very interesting this question. Yet last night, for some reason, before I fell asleep, I was kind of manifesting like, well, maybe if I can't get an SO, because I'm kind of like hoping to manifest an SO. And I was like, maybe I'll just ask my SA for a bright Birkin. It's so strange that this question is, I'm manifesting it into a question. But anyway, yeah, if I get offered a green Birkin, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. It can be cactus, it can be vert jade, it can be malachite. Malachite is a bit dull though, but if you compare to all the brighter greens,
Really, I like malachite.
no, well, we're talking bright, right? Bright, right? Bright red,
I
bright
see.
color. So like cactus is a bright color, jade is
Yeah,
a bright
yeah.
color. Yeah, yeah, I'll take
Oh,
it.
I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, that is the condition I have. Is that I already have a neutral. Then I don't mind a
Mm,
bright color. I
yeah.
think that is something that has worked for me so far. Like I always get the black first. Almost always.
Mm,
And then I will get the whatever color, or at least it has to be neutral. Like if it's not black, it has to be neutral first, and then I can venture into a different one but in a different color. um, I find that that has always worked for me, but even then I do agree that the neutral one or the black one will always get used the most in my collection. Always, always, always,
mm,
always.
mm. Yeah, this is also very important. EJ is saying it depends on the size of the Birkin. Yes. So in my head, the
Mm,
color, I'm only thinking of 25 when it comes to
yeah,
bright colors, because anything bigger than a 25, it's going to
yeah.
be really tricky. Like, can you imagine a size 35 cactus Birkin? Like,
Oh, fierce.
fierce,
Hard to wear. Oh my gosh, it's
hard
like a
to wear,
briefcase, right?
like a giant cactus. Okay, I'm really carrying a giant cactus, a plant. Um, yeah, maybe not at a bigger size. Smaller. I think the thing about smaller bags, like we always say, like you can have every single mini Kelly in every single candy color because it's small enough and
Yeah.
it's just cute and fun. But the moment it starts to enlarge, that's where it starts to be challenging to carry around because it's just this giant colored bag. Fierce, like you said, fierce.
Yeah. But okay, I love these feedbacks so much. So from Miss Charm again, Rouge Casac is very bright. I know everyone loves it. I have a Lindy 26 in a Rouge Casac, Birkin 30 in a Rouge Vif. But if you go Rouge Grenat, which I did like, or Rouge Ash, it's much easier to wear. And totally
Mm.
agree. And after seeing several comments and feedback from Miss Charm, I exactly like it's just exactly my kind of like not my mentality, but just what I do now because I colors are the idea is great. But when
Yes.
it
Oh my
comes
gosh. I
to
was
it,
just gonna say that. You know what? The idea,
yeah.
for the years, okay, in the initial years of my collecting of luxury collection,
Hmm.
the idea of having a pop of color in your collection was this thing to have, like a trend, like, oh, you should have a pop of color. So it's got stuck in my brain for the longest time, which is why I made so many mistakes on red, because I need a pop of color. I need a pop of color.
Hmm.
But they never really worked. At least for red. Like I've tried a few greens already. So far they're okay. But it's a tricky kind of like pop of color, right? You don't think, oh, must have yellow bag. May not suit, huh?
Yeah, which is why I'm quite I'm quite firm in a way in my choices of colors nowadays just because I'm only going to get it once. I better get it right the first time, right? Like I can only do so many times of this like journey. Like I can still do it, but like like I don't want to do it too many times, especially if it involves mistakes in between. And I absolutely agree. Depends where you live. Makes a huge difference. Just because no, wait, that's not the one I was gonna oh, that's the one I was gonna read first.
Yeah.
Like makes a big difference where you live. And I know Miss Charm's from Toronto, so I mean it's so similar to Vancouver in a sense that we have 4 different seasons, very drastic different seasons, a lot of cold seasons, right? So it just makes no sense to wear color sometimes because, well, first of all,
Mm,
color transfer. Second of all, I don't know. I'm not in the mood for a colored bag in the winter for some reason. Like I'm so like I'm already tired from having to wear a scarf, this, that. Like the last thing I want to care about is to baby my bag sometimes, you know. In the summer, maybe not summer, like springtime, fall time, I'm maybe more kind of in the mood of changing it around a bit, just go with the season. But yeah, it's hard. And then the last thing, pop-up colors also don't resell well. I was crazy one day and bought the Barbie Pink Pearl Crush Mini. It was so ugly. I'm hoping the Barbie movie will help me get rid of it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the idea is great, right? Like the idea of a color.
Yep, we have matured.
And that is not to say that people that buy color there's anything wrong. It's just, you know, you must have a very strong personality and a strong liking to that color.
Yeah, and confidence, right? Confidence, and also I think confidence, and just just wear it. But don't have enough occasions to wear something that's so vibrant.
Well, which is why next week it will be a really interesting conversation with Saki, because she's all pink, which is like I've never met anyone like this in real life. So it'll be really interesting to dig about her. Like, you know, one of the questions I have for her is like, why do you love pink so much? Like, I just want to know. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just so cool. I mean, I wish I could do that, but that's not me, I suppose. But it's so cool to see someone like really, like literally pink is the only color, like everything is pink. That is so cool. Yeah.
She won't even sway a little bit. She won't even like consider like yellow. No, it's pink or nothing. Or maybe she does like whites and a little bit of grays, but that's about it. Like that.
Because those are complementary.
So the complementary colors.
Yeah.
I just remembered one more person that we have to put into part 2, talking about pink. Guess who?
Lindy's.
Yeah. Lindy's is another one. Yeah,
her collection, though she has more than just pink, sometimes she does venture out. And I remember she mentioned that before she used to buy a lot of black, which we don't see anymore. Like she doesn't have much of those, or maybe she just doesn't cover that on her channel. Maybe she just uses them. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely will include Lindy's. There must be other people. I just can't recall it off the top of my head right now.
There's a lot. There's just so
many. A lot. There's so many people.
There's
honestly.
A lot of YouTubers. Okay, so let me just let's see. Okay, let me just name them all for the audience. And if anyone else pops in your head, please comment now. You can, if you're watching this after the live as well, just do leave a comment. Just let us know if we missed out anyone. So then the next part 2, we will do Jamie Chua. That's going to be really challenging because, wow. Okay, anyway, Jamie Chua.
And diamond bag.
I mean, okay, maybe we should just not do the. I mean, that's just too obvious. So I'm trying to.
Yeah. That would be my second pick. That's just my second pick. You know, that's just my second pick. That's all.
She's got 5 of it, so you can take one. I'll take one. So we have Jamie Chua, Tamara, Oksana, Lou, I am GPS, Saki. We've got Lindy's, My First Luxury, and Hey Chenny. So we can probably take a few more from the audience. Try not to do more than, maybe like 10 will be a good number. If we have to stretch it, maybe 11, but nothing more than like 50. That's just too many. It'll be like the whole 2 hours just talking about other people's bags.
Like it literally took me so much time to go through everyone's videos to pick their bags to make the slides, you know. Oh, Maria, okay.
Maria.
Oh, Sophie Shohead, okay.
Yeah, forgot about her. Oh, what's the other UK lady? The one that just
the other UK lady.
She lives in London.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
She just gave birth.
Ah?
Wait,
Oh,
no,
I
not
don't know
just.
then.
Not just. Like maybe 6 months ago. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
she's the doctor.
Is she a doctor? No.
She was a
I thought she's
doctor,
some
yeah.
marketing. Oh, she was a doctor?
Are
No,
we
no,
talking
not
about
that
the
one.
same
Not that one.
person?
No, we're not talking about. Ah, there we go. Chase Amy.
Oh no, oh, okay. No, I was thinking the other one.
Yeah, I know which
Maybe
one
she
you're
doesn't
talking
live
about.
in London actually, but she lives in UK.
Oh, wow, oh my God, is age catching up with us? Yes. She was a doctor. She gave it up, and now she's selling agendas. No, she has her own business. They're selling agenda paper or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, what is her name?
I don't know, but I just saw her thumbnail earlier, so that's why I have her picture is in my head, but I just can't think of the name all of a
Oh,
sudden.
Christina Burley is one of them. That's
okay,
one.
sure, we can
but
include
that's another
Christina,
one.
but that was not her that I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Definitely
there's
can do
another
Christina's.
Christina Burley.
No, not from the Philippines. Anyway, oh, Emma. Yeah, Emma Anders. That's right.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what would we do without all of you? We'd be going mad.
For sure.
So, see, there's so many.
There's just
Like
too many, yeah. And but anyway, we'll take all the suggestions and we'll compile a list that like both Kat and I will agree on. Because some people I'm just like, can I just not choose from her collection?
Oh my gosh, you see another one. Elisa Lenore. Might have to do it. Chris is like, I think you need to do part 3.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Really?
We'll do
okay.
part 2 at least. For sure.
We'll do at least part 2. Maybe, yeah, good idea. Maybe we can do like one month, maybe one next month, and then if we get enough, like suddenly we get 20 people after reading the comments, then yeah, we could do another one maybe the following month. Because maybe by then other people's collection might have changed as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe. All right. Anyway, we are at the 2-hour mark. We hope you enjoyed today's sort of easygoing, just a chit chat on seeing everybody's collection and what we will pick. We really liked all your suggestions on what to pick as well. So remember, next week on Amy's channel, come and support. And tomorrow for the Luxees, for the members, we have that live on Amy's channel, and then next week as well, Amy's side on with Saki. So yeah, we're excited to see her. All right, everyone. Thank you. We will see you tomorrow or next week. Bye.
Bye.